We're joined now by Tersia Dodo on the line from the Eastern Cape. Tersia, good evening to you and thank you so much for your time. I mean, as a family, as friends of Mark Minnie, those who knew him best, the news of his death must have hit you quite hard.
Yes, it did. It was a huge shock to all of us. And it really wasn't expected, although he had been speaking about being very afraid for his life in the recent weeks.
Had he indicated at all, Tersia, as to if his life was being threatened, who might have been behind those threats? What sort of things were people saying to him?
No, he just said to me and to several other people that he felt that his life was under threat and that he was very afraid.
So when you received the news yesterday that his body had been found, when we were told by officials that there was even a suicide note, what was your reaction?
My reaction was that it was definitely not a suicide, and it's the same reaction that we all have had. Nobody believes that it's a suicide. He just wasn't the kind of person who would ever have done such a thing.
He'd spent the recent, his last few years living in China. He was only in South Africa to promote this new book. That's the information I understand. Where to now from your side, as his family, as his relatives, as his friends?
Yes, he's been in and out of South Africa for a couple of months now, but he was a lecturer in China, so his time was limited. But when they had breaks, he was in South Africa and meeting with the publishers. And he's been here for a couple of weeks now.
Tersia, have you been given sight of this purported note? Have you seen what it says?
No, not at all. And it's not being released by the police to anyone. I don't believe that a suicide note exists at this stage.
So you don't even believe it's true? I mean, have you approached the police with this information that he had warned you as his family, as his relatives and friends, that if something like this did happen, it had to be considered a murder?
They will give no comment. They are not releasing any information at this stage. Not whether there was gun residue on his hands or anything like that.
Right, so obviously still a lot more to be uncovered on this story. Tersia Dodo, once again, our condolences to you as his family, as his friends, as his loved ones. But that is the breaking news story of this hour. The family and friends of Mark Minnie saying that he had warned them that if he died under suspicious circumstances, it would certainly not be because of a suicide.